Hello everyone, it's Granny from Lakeside, and just a very quick update on the area which, as you know, I'm revamping, which is the through lines and the platforms. So you can see roughly what I've done so far, and the last video created a lot of interest on the signal box, and there's quite a bit of debate on it, and I think 99.9% of the people said that the signal box should go in this position here, and one or two suggested also that it could go onto the platform, and somebody very kindly sent me some photographs of the Art Deco version, which is this one, actually sitting on the platform in real life rather than sitting on the deck, and I thought, well, yeah, okay, if I've got enough room. So what I did, I've cut a section of the old platform off and just positioned it roughly, and there is actually a fair bit of room. I didn't think there would be, but I mean, I've only positioned it roughly, but you can see there's a fair distance between the edge of the platform and the building, certainly enough for people to walk along in safety, and access to that I can have by crossovers here, walking crossovers that is, perhaps to drive a vehicle up to put I don't know, tea bags or whatever they have in there. I don't know, but I'm not going to be too picky on it, to be honest with you, because it's just really a scene. It's not meant to be prototypical in any way. As you know, this layout is not prototypical, but I think you have to agree that that is certainly in a far better position than it was at the other end. Certainly more practical, because you know there is obviously a lot more vantage points now for the points. Now a couple of other people also suggested that it would be fine in that position because although the water tower is blocking that view across to there, they can see the double slip and they can see all the other points. What they can't do is see anything which is perhaps going on in detail over by the turntable. Now that double slip is the only other part of the entry into the engine shed. There are no other points, only track leading to the turntable, and it was suggested that it didn't matter where that water tower was, because if there were any points there, they will be operated manually by the people within the engine shed area, which is fair comment. So really the only one they would probably bother with is this one here leading off into the engine shed area. This one leads off into either that track or that track for the platforms, which of course they really wouldn't have any issue with. That would be done by the signalman in here. So that's the theory. That suits me fine. Whether it's prototypical again, I don't really care. It looks great there, I think, against that backdrop of the water tower and the engine shed. And it does give all the vantage points of the points as well. And there's one tucked just behind there. And I suppose the next thing really would be I'm going to have to give in and put some signals on this layout. I've resisted right up to now to put signals in. I really just can't be asked for signals for some reason, probably because I don't understand them. But I think I might just put in a dummy gantry signal going across those tracks there. At least it will show some form of signal, even if they don't work. So that's probably the plan I will do for that. I really don't want them working. It's not an issue for me. I know it'd be nice to have signals with going up and down or lit versions, but to be honest I just can't be bothered. As long as it looks like there's signals there, that will do me. Right, so that's the signal box. So that's the view you're going to get. Now I did try it actually half-heartedly in this area here, it won't fit. It is really tight in there. It will fit, but it's right up tight against the track because of the length of the building itself, and that tapers down quite a bit. So I think that is probably the ideal solution on the end of the platform. So next stage, what I've done is I've taken up all the ballast this end for where I want. So the near side platforms 1 and 2, if you like, will start here ish, and this one over here I think I will probably take right down to the end as part of the terminus, and then I can have a car park where I've just got that TMD setting at the moment, and the track. Right, so for the track I've now got one set of crossovers. Notice I'm saying crossovers now, not head shunt. So I was picked up on that because it wasn't a head shunt, it's a crossover. And these are obviously my new electrofrog points. So I've paired them as I said I was going to do when I was soldering the cables on. So this is the correct pair to go when the feeder wires are dropped down and ready to install. And what I've been doing, I've been testing with 2 coaches, a Mark III here, and point set, yep. So you wouldn't even know that those points were there. It doesn't bobble as it gets to here, it doesn't sink down into that plastic frog, it just glides over. Absolutely fabulous. Why didn't I do this before? It's so smooth, and obviously because there's no point motors in it yet, I can change it. So all I'm doing at the moment is I'm laying the track down, and over here I've taken that point out and filled it in, and likewise with this section here I've taken that point out and filled that in. So that spur is now one straight piece of track apart from one point which is there, which leads off to this section of track which will go into whatever I create over there, but either a TMD where that drill box is where it was before, or whether I change my mind and have the TMD over there, I don't know yet, but at least it's set up now for that. So stepping back, so you can see now that there's the infill there now, and the infill straight track over there with just one crossover there, and the other crossover will be going up there. So with this, nice and smooth, no problems, and with this one again nice and smooth. So at least I know now that that sub-assembly is fine. What I need to do now is to just take away a little piece of ballast there, and then I can lay the other crossover. And the reason why I'm doing it this way is that I'm doing it as a dry assembly, if you like, without any point motors being fitted. I want to make sure that this track is running nice and smooth, which up to now it is. And then all I've got to do then is place in 4 point motors. So I've taken 8 out underneath. These are my old Mark 1 DCC Concepts motors, which were absolutely terrible. A lot are still giving me problems, and I will eventually be replacing them with the newer IP version, which is this version here, which are a lot better. Now luckily, well not luckily, it was part of the plan, the mounting holes are exactly the same. I've used the same slots as what was there before, and I've left it, they're held in with 4 screws as you can see there, and I've left 2 in, so underneath the baseboard. So what it is a case of just slipping in to the 2 existing screws and then using the other 2 existing screw holes to take the other 2 screws to give it 4. So the actual mounting of them is going to be quite easy because everything is there and in the right position. As long as I keep the mounting of them the same way, either that way or that way, and obviously I will be keeping them the same way as what they came out. Yeah, so that's that. That's about it really. So we are getting there. So the next thing really for me to do is to finish off this area for the track. I've taken away, let me show you, I've taken away the ballast, which I said I was going to do, up to about the second sleeper, so that there was no issue with the track being higher here, or there rather. So it's nice and smooth and flush, same with that one there. And I've done the same with the infills, taking the ballast back past the joint and made sure that that's flat. Same with this one here and that one. So they're all nice and flat and gone in well. I will show you what I've done as regards joiners in case I've screwed up. So there you are, there's a close-up of the rail joiners. So I've got a metal rail joiner on this far track, a metal joiner on this track, and that and that are insulator rail joiners. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 insulated rail joiners, and a metal joiner on the outer track and a metal joiner on that outer track. Now I'm hoping that that's correct. I'm sure it is, but please correct me if I've got that wrong. I have seen other people doing this, and they've also put a insulator here and here, which I can't understand. I don't know why they've done that, to be honest, but this track is getting power fed from it, from a feeder wire from here, and so will be that one. So that's going to be live anyway, and the outer one. So unless they put a cable going down from here and isolating it, but I can't see the reason for that. But so anyway, I've done it like that for now, and hopefully that's correct. I'm sure it is. I've done it like many other people have done, so if I've done it wrong, then so have they. Okay, so that's about it for the moment. Again, I've been busy doing jobs outside. I might put some pictures up at the end actually, just to show you what I've been doing. Won't bore you with it too long, but at least it will show you that I haven't been skiving. So it's all to do with work in the garden. It's taken me a couple of weeks to do it, all of it so far, but it is getting there. Okay folks, that's about it for now, and hopefully I can get back onto this again in the next few days. Can't do it this weekend, we're busy, and probably can only do it Monday stroke Tuesday, so not a lot of time to do it in, but we'll get there. There's no rush. Okay, right, well as soon as I've got something else to put up, I will do it. So bye for now, have a great weekend, and thanks for watching. Bye.